Would you please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance in our Rams Creed? I pledge of allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Rams Creek. I attend Alton Elementary School because I'm smart and I'm going to college. I am actively engaged in my learning. I have high expectations for myself. I ask and respond to high-quality questions. I have great ideas, and daily I contribute to the intellectual life of my class. I am focused, I manage my own behavior, and I'm consistently successful. Please be seated.
Tumbalero, tumba. 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 Itumba, 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 itumbalero, tumba. Itumbalero, tumba. Tumba, tumba. Tumba, tumba. Itumba, tumba, tumba. Itumba, tumba, tumba. Tumba, ichi-chi. Tumba, ichi-chi. Tumba, ichi-chi. Tumba, ichi-chi. Tumbalero, tumba.
All right. That was our Alton Pre-K students, Tumbalero on stage, call and response song, Jumbo with movements. Thank you, Pre-K.
Watoto? Hi, I just said, hello children in the Swahili language of East Africa. In Swahili, Jambo means hello, and Watoto means children. Jambo?
Jumbo,
Watoto.
watoto.
If you want to make it an especially big and warm hello, you say, Jambo sana.
Jumbo sana.
Let's sing. Jambo,
Jumbo,
Jambo sana, Jambo.
jumbo sana, jumbo.
Hello,
Hello,
hello everybody, hello.
hello everybody, hello.
Jambo, Jambo,
Jumbo, jumbo,
sana, Jambo.
sana, jumbo.
Hello, hello,
Hello, hello,
everybody, hello.
everybody, hello.
Jambo,
Jumbo,
Jambo, Watoto, Jambo.
jumbo, watoto, jumbo.
Hello,
Hello,
hello children, hello.
hello, children, hello.
Jambo, Jambo,
Jumbo, jumbo,
Watoto, Jambo.
watoto, jumbo.
Hello, hello,
Hello, hello,
children, hello.
children, hello.
Jambo,
Jumbo,
Jambo sana, Jambo.
jumbo, sana, jumbo.
Hello,
Hello,
hello my good friend, hello.
hello, my good friend, hello.
Jambo sana, Jambo.
Jumbo, sana, jumbo.
Jambo, Watoto, Jambo.
Jumbo, watoto, jumbo.
Jambo sana, Jambo sana, Jambo sana, Jambo.
Great job, our pre-K and kindergarten students. Next up, we have What the Colors of the Pan-African Flag Mean by Anna Young.
The colors that represent Black History Month are red, black, and green. Black represents the people of Africa. Red represents the blood that unites all people of African ancestry. And the green represents the fertility of the land.
Thank you. Next up, What is the Drinking of the Gourd by Erica.
Follow the drinking gourd. The drinking gourd is a hollowed-out gourd, an African squash that was used by slaves and other rural Americans as a water dipper. Slaves learned this song and used drinking gourd as a code name for the Big Dipper star formation. Anti-slavery organization would meet slaves on the Underground Railroad who follow the stars to help them get to freedom.
Follow the drinking gourd. Follow the drinking gourd. For the old man is waiting for to carry you to freedom. Follow the drinking gourd. When the sun comes back and the first quail calls, follow the drinking gourd. The old man is waiting for to carry you to freedom. Follow the drinking gourd. Now the river banks makes a mighty good road. The dead trees will show you the way. Left foot, right foot, traveling on. Follow the drinking gourd. Follow the drinking gourd. Follow the drinking gourd. For the old man is waiting for to carry you to freedom. Follow the drinking gourd. Now the river ends between two hills. Follow the drinking gourd. There's another river on the other side. Follow the drinking gourd. Follow the drinking gourd. Follow the drinking gourd. For the old man is waiting for to carry you to freedom. Follow the drinking gourd. Here we all go.
A trip back down memory lane, a glimpse at the African American reasons for celebrations of inspirations. February. This 1 month in the year has been set aside so that all Americans can honor the past of people who were brought to this country in political bondage, like the Harriet Tubmans, Malcolm X's, or the Kunta Kintes. This month allows each and every American to celebrate the rich traditions of African Americans. A familiar and well-kept celebration is the traditional jumping of the broom. Some scholars speculate that cultural significance of the broom dates back to a region in West Africa that is now called Ghana. Brooms were used in marriage ceremonies where they waved over the marrying couples, serving as a way to remove evil spirits and or sweep off past wrongs in order to start anew. Most times, at the end of the marriage ceremony, couples would jump the broom, representing a new beginning. Black History Month is a period when the younger generation can take time to sit and listen to their elders share heartfelt moments of their own experiences and struggles when they were young. It is also an opportunity to correct many of the misrepresentations. Such a beautiful ballerina. Black History Month promotes opportunities for open dialogue and personal interactions between many cultures. These conversations and interactions can lead to a better understanding and appreciation of what experiences and daily dilemmas each of us goes through, as well as try to make contributions to our families and our larger society. And finally, Black History Month is also one month of the year that we all come together in celebration of what can be if we are, as a society, open and willing to embrace the past, just as we embrace the future. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our former President of the United States, Mr. Barack Obama.
I stand here today as hopeful as ever that the United States of America will endure, that it will prevail, that the dream of our founders will live on in our time. If there is anyone out there who still doubts that America is a place where all things are possible, who still wonders if the dream of our founders is alive in our time, who still questions the power of our democracy, today is your answer. Change has come to America. This union may never be perfect, but generation after generation has shown that it can always be perfected. We are the ones we have been waiting for. I am Barack Obama, and I am the President of the United States.
And that was our 5th grade student, Mr. Ty Twilley, as Barack Obama. Next, we'll have a dance and instrumental celebration from our 4th and 5th grade students. was our 4th and 5th grade students. Next up, we have Kwanzaa celebration, percussion instruments, and singing from our 2nd grade students. All right, awesome job, 2nd grade. Next, we will have a poem by our 1st grade students.
B is for Bill. L is for leaders. A is for ants. C is for citizens. K is for ants. H is for historians. I is for envisioning. S is for success. T is for thrill. O is for observe. R is for revered. Y is for yesteryear. Only by knowing where one comes from can one appreciate where they are and embrace where they are going.
Great job, 1st grade. Next, we'll have our Alton chorus, again featuring Vanessa, Akela, and Ricardo. outstanding job, guys. Let's hear it again for our 4th and 5th grade chorus. And our lead on that performance was Vanessa, Akela, and Ricardo. Next, I'd like to introduce one of my colleagues and one of my mentors as principal at Alton, Miss Rose Smith, who is the principal at Brock, and she's a former Alton teacher, so she's going to come and do an introduction of someone very, very special to her who just happens to be our guest speaker on today, Miss Rose Smith.
Good afternoon, everyone. John Smith is a native of Slidell, Louisiana. He is the son of Ted and Rose Smith and brother of Catrice and Jamar. He grew up playing football at SYFA football field next to his home. He was an all-star every year he played and broke many records throughout his time playing football at SYFA. He attended St. Tammany Junior High School, then made plans to go to Salmon High. However, during the summer before he began high school, he was offered a scholarship to attend Pope John Paul High School. During his time at Pope John Paul, he set the school records for the most rushing yards and touchdowns during his junior and senior years. Before graduating, he was voted as the most valuable player in his district and one of the top players in the state of Louisiana. He was offered a full scholarship at Northwestern State University to play football, where he studied business administration. During the summer of 1997, he surrendered his life to Christ, and a few years later accepted the position to work with teenagers at a local church in Slidell. In 1999, he went to Bible college and moved to Orleans, New Orleans, to work in inner city and urban mission ministry. He has worked in several of the projects in New Orleans, including the St. Bernard projects, Magnolia projects, B.W. Cooper projects, Arcalio projects, and the Fisher projects. He and his wife worked with many young people in New Orleans and have helped them to get jobs, go to college, and heal their families. He has a master's degree in business management, and he and his wife are the pastors of House of Prayer Church on Canal Street. I would like to introduce to you my son, Reverend John Smith.
How's everyone doing today? All right, that's wonderful. A great response. That's awesome. How's everyone doing today? Yes. Everybody say yes. We're going to have fun today. Look at the person next to you and say, we're going to have a lot of fun. Yes, we are. I just want to say, Dr. Hebert, first, thank you so much. It's a privilege and an honor to be here. Thank you for the privilege to be here. I just want to thank you and appreciate you. Can we get a big hand clap for the principal? For Rose Smith, that's my mom. I love her. She's a wonderful mom. She's been a great mother to my sister, my brother, and myself, to my sister Catrice. She is an awesome big sister. She used to blackmail me when I was young. For the kids who don't know what that means, it's okay. But, you know, if you have a big sister or older sibling, they'll, you know, but she's awesome. I love her. I'm giving her a hard time. And I want to say this. I went to school here. I went to school here at Alton in the first grade. I went from first to fifth before I went to St. Tammany Junior High School. So every time when I walked out of my vehicle and I saw the field, I've played on this field hundreds of times. I've played basketball in this gym so many times, and this brings back a lot of wonderful, wonderful memories. I remember just Mr. Alfred, who was the principal here, Miss Arrington, Miss Voss, Miss Lott, Miss E. Smith, Mrs. Ophelia, Miss Broom, Mrs. Sanders, just so many memories I have of this school. It's been awesome. It's been wonderful. And I just wanted to just acknowledge the wonderful experiences that I had here. But I want to speak to you for a couple of minutes about making lemonade. Look at someone next to you and say, do you like lemonade? Do you like lemonade? I love lemonade. I love lemonade. Do you like lemonade? Do you like lemonade? Do you like lemonade? Yeah, no, maybe. Well, let me tell you this. Sometimes in life, you have in life sometimes lemons. And I'm going to tell you what a lemon is. A lemon is something that maybe is sour, is tart, is bitter, it's not what you expected, it's not very sweet. But if you have lemons in life, you have to learn how to make lemonade. Look at somebody next to you and say, do you like lemonade? The theme today, all right, come back, thank you. The theme today is celebration and inspiration. And I want to talk to you about 3 people that learn how to take the lemons of life and make lemonade out of it. They learn how to celebrate and appreciate who they are. And first I want to talk to you about Martin Luther King. He was a man who had a dream. He was a successful speaker. He was a minister. He was a dreamer. And he had a dream that this school would exist. And I'm going to tell you what I mean. A couple of minutes ago, I saw kids up here. I saw black kids, white kids, Hispanic kids. And he had a dream that one day all kids and all people of all cultures in the United States of America would be able to come together. You would be able to be educated together. You would be able to work together. You would be able to do things together. And so many of you are so beautiful because you're friends, you appreciate each other, you value each other. And one of the things that Martin Luther King had was a dream. He had a vision. But not everyone liked and enjoyed what Martin Luther King did and what he stood for. A lot of people gave him lemonade. They gave him lemons. But what did Martin Luther King do with the lemons that they gave him? What? That's right. He made lemonade. What does this word say? Hurt. When people tried to hurt him, Martin Luther King did something powerful. He learned how to love his enemies. And every time that someone tried to give him a lemon of hurt, every time that someone tried to do something that would bother him or damage him or hurt his people, he took that lemon of hurt and he squeezed it, and then he put some sugar in it, and he put water in it, he stirred it up, and what he made was lemonade. Because one of the great things about people who are dreamers, which Martin Luther King was, dreamers know how to take hard times and difficult times in life, and they know how to make lemonade out of it. I want you to look at the person next to you and say, you are powerful. You are wonderful. You are valuable. Every person in this room, you are wonderful, you are powerful, and you are valuable. And one of the things that Martin Luther King did is he saw the value in people. He saw that people were powerful, and he saw that people were wonderful, and if they could come together and be unified, that they could make an impact and touch each other's lives. I want to talk to you about the second person who learned how to turn lemons into lemonade. His name was George Washington Carver. If you looked at your Black History program, George Washington Carver is on the front of your program. He is personally one of my heroes. Let me tell you about him really quick. How many of you have ever eaten a peanut butter and jelly sandwich before? Give me a wave. How many of you like peanut butter and jelly? Well, that means that you love George Washington Carver. I'm going to tell you who he is. George Washington Carver, he created peanut butter because the peanut was something that they call goobers. Everyone say goober. People in Africa call peanuts goobers, but in America, we call them peanuts. and he took this plant from Africa called the peanut or the goober, and he began to create so many different valuable inventions out of the goober. And what he was able to do was to save the American economy, because after slavery, cotton was no longer a major crop in our country. And he took the peanut and he was able to create something so that the farmers in the South could have crops to take care of their family and to take care of each other. But guess what happened to him when he tried to help people? Guess what they gave him? What did they give him? No, they gave him a lemon. And people tried to give him a lemon of fear, because they said to George Washington Carver, we don't like you trying to help people. We don't like you trying to do good things for people. We don't like you trying to save other people. But he didn't allow the fear of what people thought about him or tried to do to him stop him. But he took the lemon of fear, and what did he make? Lemon. Y'all are so smart. Say, I am powerful. I am wonderful. And I am valuable. There's a third lemon. I put the word DISS, which is an abbreviation for disappointment. Now I want to talk to you about a third hero. The first hero of African American culture was Martin Luther King. The second one was George Washington Carver. But there's a third hero that I want to talk about. This hero has the ability to make the greatest impact that our country and our nation has ever seen. This hero has the ability to be a president in the future, an astronaut, a doctor, a lawyer, an entrepreneur, a business person. This next hero has the ability to change the world. And I'm so excited about this hero, because this hero is my favorite hero of all time. This hero is the one that I look forward to, I think about, I dream about, I pray about. That hero is the person who's sitting on the floor right now going to Alton Elementary. That is the hero that I'm talking about right now. See, because every one of you have phenomenal potential. Every one of you can do things that will transform and shape this world. People always say the children are the future, and I don't think they always mean it. But I'm going to tell you something. I truly, absolutely believe and know that the children are the future. And what's going to happen as you grow up, people are going to try to hand you a lemon of disappointment. Disappointment means when things in life don't go the way that you want them to go. How many of you, I don't know about you, but Christmas time, everybody wants some huge mega gift. And sometimes we get a lemon of disappointment. We say, that's not the gift that I wanted. And in life, you may have things that may not turn out the way that you want them to turn out. And that's a lemon of disappointment. But because all of you are heroes, because all of you are powerful, because all of you are valuable, because all of you are phenomenal, because all of you are great, what are you going to do with the lemon of disappointment? That's right. You're going to squeeze it, and you're going to make it into lemonade. I want to challenge the teachers right now. Oh yes, teachers, if you're a teacher, administrator, wave your hand for me. Let me put eyeballs on you. Yes, I'm talking to you. Thank you. You can stop waving now. Teachers, administrators. Every woman looks forward to the day that someone can give her a huge diamond ring because of the value of a diamond. Diamonds are valuable. Diamonds are valuable, precious gems and jewels. But let me tell you this, teachers, diamonds do not start out as diamonds. They start out as coal. This little dark-colored rock that's in the bottom of caves, that's what a diamond starts out as. But what happens is pressure and time works on that piece of coal and it forms it into this beautiful gem that we call diamonds that's of high value. Well, I want you to know, teachers, administrators, that you have a bunch of diamonds that have to be mined sitting inside of this school. And I want to challenge you to see the potential in these kids, because it may not seem like there's much here, but who knows who's going to be the next president or the next doctor or the next brain surgeon or the next lawyer or the next entrepreneur, the next person that's going to change the world could very well be in this room. And it's up to you, teachers, administrators, principals, vice principals, substitute teachers. It is your job to take these valuable pieces of diamond and to mine out their potential and to mine out their value and to mine out who they are, because one day these kids may be standing at this platform speaking to another group of kids 20, 30, 40 years from now. Because when I went to Alton Elementary, I never thought that I would have the privilege to do the things that I've been blessed to do throughout my life. And these kids are going to do great things, so I want to challenge you to find the diamond inside of each and every one of these kids. Can I get a good hand clap on that? When life gives you lemons, what do? That's right, you make lemonade. When life gives you lemons, make sure that you make lemonade. I want to tell you, it's been so awesome and so wonderful to speak to you today. I look forward to looking at a magazine or a television, and they say, yeah, those are the kids from Alton, from Pearl River, from Slidell, who's now famous, that went to this school because you took the lemons in life and made lemonade, and you became the diamonds that you were always created to be. Thank you very much.
And Reverend Smith, we have a gift for you from Alton, and also Ms. Smith, would you come up as well? We have something for you. I'm going to ask Ms. Alexis, my committee chair, to come up and help me. That was outstanding, outstanding. It's always wonderful to have our Alton family to come back and celebrate with us. All right, well, next on our agenda for today, we have the flash mob celebration. And I'm gonna let them come on up and get started, and you guys will figure out what's going on in a minute.